I'm here at HPE Discover with Hartmut Schultze, and memory-driven computing is obviously something that HPE has talked about for a little while. But I understand that it is having a big impact on helping what is becoming a massive social human problem of Alzheimer's disease.
Exactly. So what we were doing, we are working together with the DZNE. The DZNE is the German Center for Neurodegenerative Diseases, and they're trying to cure Alzheimer's, basically. And what they are going to do, they're going to have a study for 30,000 patients over the next 30 years. So
Wow.
This is a long-term project, and they were looking for something who could help them to find out in a multidisciplinary, dimensional parameters to find biomarkers so that they can basically in the future cure the disease.
So how does HPE play into that?
We took our first use case, so that was genome expression analysis, and in this use case we need to speed up the process of doing the analysis. And what we found out, there's the whole area of scientists working towards this, and through the algorithms, they improved the algorithms, they came back to something we call our reference is about 22 minutes. And we took this on our large supercomputers, and then we went down already to 5 minutes, which is fine. Then we applied our memory-driven architecture, and now guess what? We're down to 13 seconds to do the same thing, get the same results.
Wow.
And that leads to something that the scientists now can work differently. So they can immediately, if they have a thought about how to approach a problem, they can tweak a little bit what they would like to see and recalculate instead of waiting. And even if you go for a coffee, you probably lose your thought what you actually would like to get out of this.
So this is really allowing somebody to have almost real-time processing of data.
It's almost real time, exactly. And we're going further. It's not about the only single problem, but it's of the overall pipeline and then the cross correlation. And as of now, you have to imagine if we take all the data they are thinking about to generate, that we're talking about something like 500 petabyte to 2 exabytes, something in that range. We don't know exactly yet. And these should be cross-correlated somehow. So this is just not doable today. And that's where we're going to.
And I assume that if you've got a 30-year time horizon,
Right.
that memory-driven computing is going to evolve and or be replaced by something over that time.
Exactly, and that was the approach. So at the beginning, of course, there's an idea. And when I saw first the machine project video, I was like, okay, this is good because it's saving energy, which is a big impact if we would really like to go that way. Through our research, we found out that we need 60% less energy doing the same thing.
Wow.
In a much faster way, like 13 seconds instead of 5 minutes. So this is completely changing the picture. And now we're going step by step for the different parts of the pipeline to then generate the results and do this cross-correlation, which is not possible. So over time, when we're having like 5 to 10 years, we think it should be possible to then have the first indications what could be done. But of course, this is in the future.
So DZNE is very, very early in this process, right? Have they had any significant learnings as a result, or from a technology perspective, other than just like you've taken it down from hours to minutes to seconds?
Yeah, absolutely. And what happens now is, and this is my discussions I have with the scientists, is every time I talk to them is like, okay, well, we do it this and this way. And I say, okay, remove your boundaries, what you have currently in your head, that you don't have unlimited memory, or almost ubiquitous memory. So if they then start to understand and say, okay, well, if I do have this ubiquitous memory, then I would do things differently. And then I always say, okay, why don't you do it? Oh, I have to think about it. Of course, then let's think about it. And that's the beauty about this, because it's relieving your current boundaries you have on shuffling data, and then just accessing data, which is done in the middle. And that's the architecture we have with memory-driven.
So you've taken technology out of the equation in terms of the challenge, and now it's a people problem to catch up with the idea that really
Right.
more is possible.
Right. There is more possible, definitely. Because of course we're limited with either its budget, its cost, its manpower or resources at a total. And if we can improve at certain parts, we just have to do it for our social problem we have. And that's basically what we're standing here in front of, hopefully helping people not, or delaying Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah, this is an interesting story, actually, these pictures
Right.
behind us, which I don't know how well they'll come out on camera, but just sort of this progression of an artist
Right.
who was gradually succumbing to Alzheimer's.
Right. And basically that's a sad thing about this, losing memory. So memory matters in either way. For us it matters from a pure technology perspective, and of course from a human perspective it absolutely matters.
It absolutely matters.
Yeah, it absolutely matters.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.